welcome to Mystic Star Magic. Oh, I'm so happy you are here. And so today we're actually going to be finding out how they view you, like how they see you. And this was a reading that was inspired by Beloved Tarot. So if you haven't done so, go check out her YouTube channel. And I'll try to link her video to this so you can just check it out right afterwards. And there's also something. Yeah, thank you so much for everybody who voted. So if you're new here, I do put up like a poll in the community tab, so check it out and vote whenever you want. Usually I try to like have it at least one reading or two, like one love reading and one fun reading based on the poll. Sometimes I do more than one, just like the first one and the second one. But we'll see how it goes this week. But I really wanted to dive into this one. So thank you for being here. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for everybody who has been so kind and support. Sent some donations, also just kind thoughts. And just for commenting and liking. I really do appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea how much I appreciate you. So I'm sending you lots of loving energy right now. And speaking of sending loving energy, if you haven't noticed, if you're new, I do like put a little like a mini Reiki at the end of most of my readings. That's a recent development, and it's because I want not just only to give you like insights, but also to help you. Like whether it's like with a connection or whether it's with abundance or whatever. I just want to kind of like, my goal is more practical, not so much, just like I want more for you. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm not really sure if it came out as I wanted it to, but thank you so much for everybody who's just been supporting you. I really do appreciate you. Just like watching is awesome. And if you do feel like if you want to give that extra much, a thumbs up, subscribing, energy exchange, and or like checking out my Etsy, that all helps. Every single thing. Just positive energy sending each other, that's fine, because it's like a circle of love here. I think that's something else. It's like a circle of love we have here. So enough of the jibber jabber. Let's actually get into each pile. So it's going to be pile 1. Feel that energy, like connect to the energy, connect to that your energy of your person. Just kind of connect that, but also look at these. There's pile number. This is pile 2, this is pile 3, and then of course this is pile 4. All right, let's take a deep breath in, close our eyes, shift around our body, shift around our energy, and focus on the person that you want this energy to like this reading to give you insights about. And now as you exhale, open your eyes, choose whichever pile draws you to it. All right, let's do this. Oh, my friends from group 1. All right, so let's see how this person sees you. Whether you see yourself or they see yourself as the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is passion, attractiveness, like entrepreneur. I also like noticed the black cat. So it feels like maybe attuned to a little bit of magic, a little bit of I want to say wildness. That's kind of what it is. Like there's a sense of optimism, but there's also a sense of being a little wild. I like it. Free spirit right there. All right, let's see what other. Page of Wands. 4 Wands. 3 of Wands. Wow. Yeah, you chose right there. Oh my goodness. Look at that. And there, let's see. Like I want to make sure you get enough, like all the cards, or as you can see them as much as you can. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we want more. 2 of Cups, Tower, 2 of Swords, and 5 and 3. No, yeah, 4 of Wands again. So you have 4 of Wands. Wow, that's beautiful. That's 4 of Wands twice. I'm almost kind of wanting to. I can use it as clarification, maybe. Oh, but at the same, no, I don't feel like we can. I'm like, no, if I'm going to clarify, I'll clarify. But what I'm seeing here is 4 of Wands, 4 of Wands. So it's like a sense of stability. And you can see here, they see just the amount of Wands energy here is a lot of passion. Like, yeah, they do sense your sense of passion and creativity. There's a sense of attraction, like very much like sexual attraction, but it's more than that. They're really attracted to your spirit. That's really what I see it. Like, I feel like you have a spirit that is like with this flame. So you're very much alive. Like, you know, there's people who don't, you know, you can see that they're not like fully alive. Like, then there's just you and your spirit and just being totally alive. Maybe there was a lot of like times where there was candlelight for you, where you just created the perfect mood, created an intimate setting. Even without like the candles and everything, just with your energy and personality. Okay, so very nice. Stability, joy. Like, I could even see like potential possibly marriage for some of you. For the 4 of Wands, like twin flames energy could be right there too. We do have a Tower, and so this is interesting to me because, like, in one sense they have a very like they think very highly of you. They do. And even here, I'm not saying that they don't. We have the 2 of Pentacles, which is, it's almost like there's a sense of balance, where I almost feel like there's also like maybe the number 8 is important to you, but it's a sense of balance, but not just the balance within yourself, but I feel like they feel like there's a sense of balance for you with them. Like, they're together, there's a sense of balance. You also have a way of like maybe planning ahead. We make lists. I don't know if you follow through on it, but I do feel like you do, because there's a little pentacle energy here. And so there is you do have the sense of like, I feel like there's a seriousness to you, but there's also very much a playfulness, and that's what I'm seeing here. Like, there's a free spirit. What I do find quite interesting is that they see you as the Page of Wands, even though I think you resonate more with the Queen of Wands. So there's they see that like there's a carefreeness to you. Maybe you're kind of like, for some of you, the life of the party, or at least they think that you're the life of the party. 3 of Cups is like you maybe have a lot of friends, or you're, you know, social, you're outgoing. Now with the Tower here, it was especially, but to me the Tower is how they view you as, well, maybe they've had Tower moments with you, but it almost feels like maybe in your past there was like a moment where they actually saw vulnerability. It's like a Tower where they are like, wow. Because I do think that you come out as very strong, but at this was for them, the Tower, like, wow, this was very shocking. You know, yeah, I think that's what it was. And then we have the 2 of Swords. Sometimes you are not able to make decisions, but it's very strange to me because it feels like at the same time you kind of are able to do so. I'm gonna actually let's use this one to clarify. I wasn't gonna clarify, but I'm like, yeah, let's clarify. Especially that Tower. I'm like, why is this Tower there? Okay, I'm using the Pagan Cats. And basically I'm doing that because I was like, oh, there's kind of like an animal theme. Okay, why is this Tower here? I do want to see what this Tower doing here. Knight of Wands, interesting. What is this Tower doing here? Ace of Cups, I see. What is this Page of Wands doing here? Actually, I'm going to clarify it all. 10 of Cups, wow, look at that. What is this 4 of Wands doing here? Ooh. 8 of Cups. What is this 3 of Wands doing here? Oh, that one. 4 of Pentacles. Okay. What is this 2 of Pentacles doing here? 2 of Pentacles. It's interesting. Not sure why you wanted to have 2 there, but that's 3 of, what is that? 3 of Cups, 3 of Cups. And then 2 of Swords. Okay. Four of Wands. The Lovers. Okay. It's interesting because this Four of Wands. Okay, so happiness and joy. I think they love this, the free spirit quality in you. Like they really do love that. They also see almost like a childlike, but in a good way. Like, you know, somebody who doesn't take things too seriously, but puts all their effort, like puts all their heart and soul into everything that they do. That's sort of the energy that I get for you, and they really, 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 really love it. And you just bring them joy and happiness. They could, like, wow, they associate with like a lot of happiness. Now this is interesting to me because then you have the Four of Wands, but you're clarified by the Eight of Cups, but then this Four of Wands is clarified by the Lovers. And it could be that there's a choice that needed to be made, and walking away was one of them. Like that was definitely a possibility. Walking away from something that you know that you care about and love, but there's nothing there. So maybe for some of you there was definitely like a split up, but there, if that's the case, it was not something that was done easily. Three of Wands, which is again looking ahead, anticipation. And so I'm actually going to say, like, Four of Pentacles, I think there's a sense of you being very responsible, even though you have this like free spirit energy here. They also have this like I almost feel very grounded energy as well. So there's fire, but there's also like grounding with it. So looking for to the future, maybe we're, you know, thinking about savings, thinking about how like you know, adulting kind of energy. We have the Two of Pentacles, and there's a sense of balance here. So they're like, again, they feel like you and them are like balanced, equal in many ways. But it's also interesting that there's putting up your walls, and then there's also of like giving, like showing love and affection with this, you know, Knight of Cups. So I feel like there's like maybe that energy was yours, but I feel like it might have been theirs. So they might have been hot and cold, or maybe you did whenever, if you felt like. No, I feel like that's their energy more than it is yours. So I feel like hot and cold. They want to express something, but they don't necessarily. Three of Cups, we have happiness, joy. So I do feel like you are in your element with others. You're in you're like in parties. You're, even though if you may not be like the party, you know, like the center of the party, you still like enjoy, you socialize, you bring like this like happiness, and you just shine your light, or especially in groups of people, is what I'm saying. Maybe not party, but groups of people, friendships here. The Tower moment here is with the Ace of Cups and then the Knight of Wands. So this might be their energy, where I feel like there was a beginning possible, but it wasn't, because this maybe who you're asking about was not ready to settle down yet, and I feel like that's true too. And I could see why they consider themselves the Knight of Wands and you the Page of Wands. Because if they see that you're the Queen of Wands, I think they saw it. It was a little bit scary for them. That might also be why there was a Tower, because it just ended abruptly, even though there was really like the beginning was just, things were just really starting out. Two of Swords here. So the choice here, I feel like maybe for some of you there might be like, maybe there was some sort of like religious thing or status quo thing, or maybe for some, like there was a commitment on some part. For some of you, I actually feel like this person, maybe you help them, you guide them whenever they have like, they hesitate, or they have like two choices. They're like, oh, and then you just guide them to the decision that, you know, they themselves, you know, you just kind of guide them to get that decision. I also feel for some of you, they see that you are really like meant to teach. You're meant to like mentor, like something more. Maybe others of you actually like met this person when you were students. Interesting. Okay, and then we have the Four of Wands again, but with the world, with the lovers. I don't know why it's like the yin and the yang. Again, it could be choices, and there seems to be choices, but I do feel like, for me, this is the more honest, like how they see you, is their lover. Like, that's how it is, the yin and the yang. Somehow you balance them out and kind of make things good. Like, ooh, there we have surprises. And this is the Blissfully Sweet Oracle by Moon Moth Goddess, and I paired it with Hot Fudge Oracle by Be Love and Tarot. If you like this, do get it, because it is going to retire soon. So if you like it, go to get it at Etsy. This is also available at Etsy. So we have surprises. I do think like you surprised them, because like I said, I think they think of you, or they thought of you as the Page of Wands, but I think your element is really the Queen of Wands. There's a more so than I think they even understand. I think you did, and you do guide them, whether you're together or not. There's a sense of illumination. There's a sense of guiding. Let's see, and there's celebration. Yeah, this is again the Four of Wands. There's a celebration. Being with you makes them happy, or they see you as somebody who celebrates, somebody who enjoys lives fully. It's really celebrate the one you love. See, again, celebration. Like, you're big on parties, or you're big on celebrating. That's something people admire a lot from you, and this person does too. You will flourish with the one you love, and I think you do make them like feel like they can flourish. You inspire them a lot. Okay, let's see. I want to put a little bit more work. I'm actually going to be using Be Love and Tarot's Lenormand of a Heart, I think. I forgot. But it's her Lenormand deck. So let's see. How does the collective of group one person see them? Okay. Oh, look at that. That's a tower again. Interesting. Okay. So let's go ahead. We have mountains. So issues, delays. So there is something blocking you. I don't know. That might be the Hierophant here. So maybe they're in a relationship. But it could be other things. So we have that. We have the Tower, isolation, solitude, distance. And so it's interesting. Maybe you you go from like being very social but needing isolation afterwards, needing to like recharge. So maybe if people just are attracted to you, and even though you're a bit of an introvert, in terms of like you need to recharge by yourself. So maybe that's something there. Or maybe they're in their own tower isolation themselves. Then we have the Hearts of Romance. You see, like they have romance, affection, deep feelings. So they do have a lot of like love here, and I love that the heart is here. And then we have self-love, value, respect, confidence. And so here it is. That's like how they feel you a lot. They feel like you're very confident, and that you have a lot of self-love, which is, like that's something to respect quite a lot. Let's see what I do want to see. I don't know. Sorry, I'm like, my energy is a little low, and I'm sorry that that's the case. I wanted to really do this with full energy, but sometimes, it just doesn't come out that way. So I apologize. I'm like, yes, I do want to have full energy. I wanted to see. Okay, let's see what messages they have for you, my friends. And I will see what music, what song really kind of puts, like, how they view you. What's the song they see? Like, what messages does the collective of group one person have for them right now? I feel it's time to say goodbye, as we are on two separate paths. But it's not a forever. I actually don't think that's true. And this is Love in the Brain by Gifted Soul 777. And I want it all with you. And I really do feel like they do want it all. They're just not ready. Maybe because they do have their own issues. There's a mountain here. There's something blocking your mind. Everything. Wow. I kind of like how sex is a plus. Yes. They're very attracted to you in that manner too. So I'm not gonna lie. I dream about you. Yes, you do. I just want you to be happy. I think they really do feel that way. I choose you. I choose you. Okay, and so let's go ahead and see what song the collective of Groupon sees you as. What is the song, a collective, like of you or your connection of like how it would be? Here and now, okay. So here and now, like here and now, and breaking all the rules. Okay. This is the Jukebox of Love by Beloved and Tarot. Okay, and then it's a bit set there for that one. Okay, let's see. And so here we go, here and now. So even though you're like, there's this like planning here for you, the Three of Wands, there's a planning. I feel like when they're with you, it's sort of like they don't want that moment to stop. That's what I'm seeing. It's sort of like they're just like, oh, I really don't want this to end. I just, or even if you're not together, but when they were together with you, that's exactly how it is. They're like, I really, really, really want this moment to just last forever, and like that's it. All right. And they also have a saying, breaking all the rules, and so I feel like that's interesting because like the Hierophant to me is very much a status quo. Sometimes it could just be like, for example, if they're with somebody, they really like, they might not be cheaters, but they might have cheated on their significant other just to be with you, or yeah, I feel like you make them do something they would never do. They're surprised, like they're surprised by the depth of the feelings, like in the layers to this connection. It's not in the layers to you, right? It's not just a shallow thing. There's depth here, and so I feel like that's also like something that I think shocks them and kind of breaks their rule, maybe of like they only want superficial connections, and boom, that's not what they get with you, and that's not what they want with you. So we also have Gaslight Anthem 45. So, but have you seen my heart? Have you seen how it bleeds? And the nights are so long, and out here in the deep, the thick and ticking of hours lonely. I hear the alarm I used to hear when you would sleep in my arms, but better senses say, I turn the record over, and all I see on the flip, and I'll see you on the flip side. There I go, turn the key and engine over, let her go. And so there's a sense of again, sort of like replaying things, possibly like they actually can, if you're not together, replaying the moments that you were together, like, and kind of almost longing for that moment to not to have gone on, just to stop so they could enjoy it. And again, it's sort of like they're maybe in a sense of isolation. Like with you, they felt the warmth glow of the sun, like they felt the sunshine, they felt the everything, like being excited about, like I almost feel like they were social, even if they were introverts, they just felt good with you. And by themselves, I feel like their isolation, there's a tower for them. Like not everything, it's like everything's lost a little bit of its color. I'm sorry that I hurt you. It's something I must live with every day, and all the pain I put you through, I wish I could take it all away, and be the one who catches all your tears. That's why I need you to hear. I found the reason for me to change who I used to be, a reason to start over new, and the reason is you. And so this is the reason by Hoobastank, and wow, that's. So maybe this is what they're trying to tell you, that they're changing. That you've changed them. You've changed them for the better. And that's pretty amazing. That's the type. That's maybe also why if the Hierophant makes sense for you, it's like you're capable of even changing somebody maybe who didn't always follow the rules. You made them want to be a better person. That's a really lovely message. So I'm gonna end it right there with that. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for just everything, sharing your energy with me so I can do this fabulous reading for you. It really does mean a lot to me. If you did like this though, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing, and just and if you think that there's somebody who benefits from my content, please share it with them as well. And just Thank you. I am sending you a giant, giant hug, and until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friends. Friends from group 2, so let's find out how they view you, how they really see you. Well, let's go ahead and see. Energy, cups in reverse. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna say, like, actually this is quite interesting to me. They see you as the magician, somebody who manifests things. I do feel like with this, they might see you as somebody who has like psychic abilities, is able to actually almost like have telepathy with them or communicate with them in that way, or if like they're thinking about you or they know when you're thinking about them, and vice versa. The King of Wands, which is what I really like. It's actually the energy here I'm seeing. It's actually, this is their energy, and they really you can almost see this. There's a smile there. I feel like they love that you rule the heart, like a intuition, the heart. They think of themselves as like ruling the mind. So it's kind of funny. Yeah, Knight of Wands, somebody who expresses their emotions just honestly, just goes out. Sometimes they ignore things that they might not want to see. So you might be somebody who's like, might close your eyes to opportunities, but I feel like it's more like you listen to intuition than you do anything else. Maybe sometimes you tune out your own emotions. But the Wheel of Fortune like the 5 of Cups in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I wasn't going to play reversals with the reversals, but it just seems like, especially with this Hangman, it just sort of kind of goes with it. And so you see things in a whole different perspective than they do. They really admire that, actually. They really do. And so the 5 of Cups, that I feel like in reverse, it's almost like, and even though I want to say, like, I feel like you don't hold on to like regrets, or maybe you do, but you don't show it. And the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like it's sort of like you make your own fortune. I feel like I think, and with this, it's like you will it, you manifest it. You have that magician energy. You're manifesting. You're a manifester. Sorry, I'm like, my energy is a little low, but I'm still doing this because I really want to. But it sort of like means I'm kind of like dragging. I don't even know why I'm like losing some energy. Oh, but it's not you. It's sort of just like something. All right, let's look at yeah, let's clarify. Let's see what this King of Wands is doing here. The Magician energy. Okay, what is the Hangman doing here? 10 of Wands. Okay, what is this 5 of Cups doing here? 10 of Cups. What is this Wheel of Fortune doing here? 3 of Cups. Interesting. What is this Knight of Cups? Knight of Cups. Ooh. Okay. Which is being clarified by this Queen of Wands. What is this Judgment doing here? The Tower. That Tower was also like in the Knight of Chalices again. Wasn't group 1 too? The Magician energy. What is this Magician doing here? Magician. High Priestess. Yes. Oh, interesting. Ooh. I do have to say, I think they. I don't know, because like, and I like how they reflected that, you know, you have the Magician energy and so did they. Because I really do think that that's their energy, that King of Wands. And so in many cases they see you as an equal. That's an interesting thing. But they also see, they do see that you have some psychic abilities. Like, they really notice you're very attuned to, I would say, emotions and intuition. They see you as, I would say, whimsical. magical here too. So the Hangman and being clarified by this 10 of Wands, I'm actually kind of getting, oh, maybe you see things, like I said, you do see things in a different perspective. I almost want to see that where others people might see like a burden here, you see potential. So that's what I'm seeing here. Like you see the potential in things, and I think you have the power to take on a lot. The 5 of Cups, and it really is, and that's why I'm keeping this reversed, because the 10 of Cups, the 5 of Cups being reversed, you actually, I feel like you have this spirit where you can, what could be for something really bad, you have the ability to turn into like something good. You see opportunities where others do not, and not only do you see them, but you actually take action in them. Very amazing to me. I do really like that. Okay, and then the Wheel of Fortune with this 3 of Cups. Let me actually clarify that one more. Wheel of Fortune. What's this Wheel of Fortune doing here? Because it's in reverse, and I feel like it's almost like you take your own action. Yeah, like look at that. So maybe with the help of others, or like you, because I do see like you make a different choice. It's a very unique personality, or at least like they view you as a very unique and like amazing personality. I'm like, wow, you're really, oof. So we have like the 2 of, you take on a different, like, you don't just wait for fortune. You don't just wait for destiny. You create your own destiny. You choose your own path. You ask for help when you need it, and there's a sense of you thriving. You do really well. This 10 of Pentacles. Oh, I like that a lot. Now, this Knight of Cups is like, I feel like your heart is being guided often with like the sunflower. It's like joy, abundance, like happiness. So this is sort of like how you are. There's a sense of confidence in your love. It's a sense of confidence in yourself and how you express your love. That's what I'm seeing here. Like for me, it's actually the Queen of Wands. It's very much about having that confidence and always kind of listening to your heart and passion rather than other things. So the Judgment is, again, like you take what could be like something terrible, like a tower moment, and you make it into something, and you figure out like what was the point of this tower moment, and I almost feel like you enlighten yourself to the next level. You're like, okay, this is what needed to happen. You again, like I'm telling you, this is what they think, and oh boy, do they think very highly of you. And then we have the Knight of Chalices, Knight of Cups. Again, Knight of Cups, they really see you with this Knight of Cups, with expressing how you feel. It's very like how you feel, like your emotions, your heart leads you. And so sometimes I almost feel like there's this 4 of Cups, there's a sense of meditation here. And so it's sort of like, how do I do this? Contemplating how to take the next step, how to move from this place of a Knight of Cups. And they really do see you as this High Priestess. And again, like high intuition, like very intuitive, very like psychic. They really recognize that in you. That's really cool. I'm gonna be right back. See what other things. So this is the Blissfully Sweet Oracle. Collaboration, and growth. And then we have collaborate with the one you love. Come clean to the one you love. Okay. So there's a sense of, well, they see that you're somebody who can collaborate well with others. 3 of Cups energy. This is sort of like has a little bit of energy like of like the group 1, but it's also very different. So you have the ability, and then this is the growth. I would say it's like you have the ability to grow. Here you actually have, how many do you have? Like you have 1, 2, 3, 10, like 3 10s, 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. And so what I'm seeing here is like, yeah, you are able to end cycles. And like in the judgment, you go for a next layer. So you start here, and then you just keep rising and rising and rising. And so they notice this about you. Again, look, there's like the Three of Cups, three. Like this is kind of remind me of Three of Pentacles, but then this is reminding me of the Three of Cups. And so it's sort of like collaborating with you is just, I want to say like you're really fun to be around. I feel like there's a sense of temptation here. The Queen. I think, come clean to the one you love. And this is the, oh, I forgot what it is, but it's the Fudge Oracle, so you can tell. And so, yeah, I feel like this one you should go get it on Etsy because it is retiring soon. So there is a sense here of, like, I feel like you're very honest. You're very honest with your emotions. You're very honest with your intuition. You just like, I can't even say how, like, you manifest things, but you are also like, I want to say you're almost a mystery to this person. Very, like, and not in a bad way at all. Like, it's not like, oh, no, it's like in a good way. They kind of want to figure out a lot. I can see why you make them smile. And their eyes are all like, ooh. Okay, let's see. I'm using the Lenormand deck by V Love and Tarot. You can find all these guys on Etsy. Let's see. Anchor, okay. The Woman, okay, yeah. Fox. And Birds. Okay, so we have Anchor, so settling down, stability, faithfulness. So there's a sense of stability here, but I also want to say, yeah, like there's a sense of stability. They see the woman here, so that's femininity. You're very much feminine. Empathy, and like I said, very intuitive as well. Softness. Then they also see you as the fox. In infidelity, maybe there's a sense of not trusting you a little bit, but I don't think that's it. I just feel like you're cunning, and not in a bad way. Like because like you have this sense of intuition. You know things. I almost want to say you know things before they happen, and so that might scare them a little bit. To be honest, it's just, you know, I guess it could be scary. We have birds, dating, gossip, communication. I think you have a way of communicating with others, and again, like in a higher level. You don't, you know, like the everyday small talk. You go beyond that. You go deeper than that, and I really appreciate that about you. So it's like, oh, not everybody does that. Let's see what messages they have for you. So I'm using Love on the Brain by Gifted Soul 77. Okay. So let's see what messages do they have. Yes. Okay. Well, they're saying yes to something. My feelings are still evolving. Ooh, and I do like that. I want it all with you. And it's sort of like, because you cause an evolution, because you yourself are evolving continuously. That 6 is a plus. It came out in group 1 too. Sometimes I think about what it would be like to lose you, and it's the worst feeling in the world. Well, money is no object. I have trust issues. Maybe that's why it is that they feel like come clean with the one that you love. Maybe they don't. But it has nothing to do with you. I feel like there's there's a mysterious like energy to you, and they might have trust issues, and so they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Some people, we aren't compatible. I can see why they say you aren't compatible in terms of like very much fire. They're like, even though it's like, this is a 1, so like fire and like mind, and they think that you're intuition and I guess earth. But I feel like that's not true at all. It's like, you're just being silly now. If I ever let you go, it's because I had to, not because I wanted to. So yeah, that's an important thing. Okay. You light up a room and stop the show. Everyone wants you. I'm not sure if I can keep up. And so that's actually very much true, whether you know it or not. you have this way of like, and it's in a subtle way. It's a subtle like energy. It's sort of that how you perk up, like how you light up a room. It's a very subtle, very beautiful energy. I can see why they like it. All right, let's see. I'm going to be using the Jukebox of Love and my Electric Love Oracle. And let's see what songs come out for you. It's like I feel like songs. Okay. What songs this person... What songs does the collective of group 2's person associate with them, or like and nothing else matters. Those are really, I've been thinking about you. I was like, oh, those are all justify my love. It's sort of interesting to me because it's sort of like that justify my love. I feel like they really aren't they don't trust that much. I didn't think of anything of it because I was just like, oh, but there is like a sense of like, they don't open up themselves, which is funny because I feel like they're like, oh, you don't open up yourself, even though there's maybe you open yourself up too easily, but that's not true. You open yourself up to them, and they don't understand that. So there's something there. Okay, and then we do have, I've been thinking about you, so that's funny. I like that. And then we have, this one came out first, so Lunge Act by Nirvana. So truth covered insecurity. Yes, that's exactly. So truth covered insecurity. So there's an insecurity, and I love it because it is like, they think that, like, oh, there's some sort of like lies or something, but it's really their insecurities. I can't let you smother me. I'd like to, but it wouldn't work. Trading off and taking turns. I don't regret a thing. And I got this friend, you see, who makes me feel more than I wanted, more than I could steal. I'll rest myself and wear a shield. I'll go out of my way to prove I still smell her on you. And so this one is like, that's why I like this. So there's a sense here of like, they feel like they don't trust. Like I said, it feels like they have trust issues. It really does. And so even if like nothing's going on, they will still think, oh, something's going on. This is just insecurities on their part. And that may not resonate for everybody, but there is a sense of insecurity here. And they're like, maybe they played it off if you're not together, even if they broke up, they played it off like it was no big thing, but it's not. You made them feel things that they didn't really want to feel. So that's interesting, and it's good that it kind of goes followed by this one, which is Nothing Else Matters by song by Metallica. So close, no matter how far, we couldn't be much further from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never open myself this way. Life is ours. We live it our way. And all these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. See, it's like this. Oh, wow. There's like a lot of issues here with insecurity and trust and truth. Very, very interesting. But this is their true self here. So I'm going to read it again because I really like this. So close, no matter how far, couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never open myself this way. They never have. Life is ours. We live it our way. All these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. That's not love. I don't know what is. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here because I think this is a great place to leave it. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do give it a little thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing. And if you think of somebody, or like, friend, loved one, or just a coworker or like a fellow student who you think would benefit from my content, and please do consider sharing it with them. It does help. And just thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing your energy and for sharing this fun reading with me. So until I see you in the next one, bye bye, my dear friends. No, group 3. Oh, I do love that you have the Queen of Pentacles energy. So let's see what we have here for you. Excuse me, I just had to drink. For some reason, I'm very thirsty. And so let's actually go ahead and I'm going to clarify this before I even start reading. I just wanted to know. So let's go ahead. See what the Six of Wands is. What is this Six of Wands doing here? Six of Wands doing here. The Six of Wands doing here. What is the Eight of Cups doing here? What is the Six of Swords doing here? Okay. What is this Knight of Wands doing here? What is this Moon energy doing here? Okay. What is this Page of Pentacles? And what is this Eight of Cups? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, it's interesting that you turn an Eight of Cups into a Nine of Cups. Let's go. I do. So they see like you, because you have two Eight of Cups. And so that's why it's kind of like, I wanted to clarify everything that I'm seeing here, because Eight of Cups, endings, but I do see like a sense of things here falling down, but here there's a sense of almost like going, see there's like a different energy here from this Eight of Cups. Something falling, maybe broken. This one is Eight of Cups. We're going into something better, something new. And I do think that that's true here. So one of your energy, like what they notice is that you're able to, I almost want to say let go, move on to something totally new. Which is not easy for most people. So don't, like, it's not a bad thing. So you're capable of moving on. But they might say, their only thing is that sometimes maybe they feel like you move on a little too fast. So maybe that it's like if you're not together and then all of a sudden you're like, you moved on really quickly. And it's funny because you also have the Six of Swords. So that feels like they're like, hey, wait a minute. It's a little funny because it would be like, because we're seeing things through their point of view, right? So it's funny that they will be like, oh, this person like moves on really quickly, like, oh, here, like we broke up and they're already like moved on to something else or someone else, and sort of like, it's just funny because it's telling us about their ego. But I do think that it's a good quality in terms of like, you're like, you're willing to, here you are willing to go and like be adventurous. I do think that's something, you go out of the norm. It's like you could just be sitting in a little cat and like a little pillow, but instead you're actually out and enjoying life. So like that a lot. And here we even say, like with this one, it's almost like you have this wish fulfillment. There's an Eight of Cups that turns into something of wish fulfillment. I almost feel like the Ten of Wands is sort of like you let go of the Ten of Wands. Anything that overburdens you, like you have good maybe boundaries, and you say, nope, I don't need to take this on, and so you walk away from it. Sorry, my friends, I just fed my cats, and like the older girl is like, she's really cranky because she's old, and then the younger cats always want to like, hey, how you doing? She's like, she's cranky. That's nothing to do with you. That's just a random story. And so I'm seeing here, there's a sense of like you have a lot of confidence. You also have the ability to manifest like wealth if you wanted, other things, sort of like stability if you want, family, happiness. Like I feel like you are capable of, and so that's the thing. You're very capable. That's like that in itself is a sentence. You are very capable, and they see it. It's a sense of confidence. There's a sense of like family being very important for you, or they are, or that's how they view you. There's a sense of you moving. So Six of Swords. So there's a motion forward, getting like I said, you are capable of progressing. Not everybody can do it. So it to me, I feel like it's very much a compliment. And so we have this Nine of Pentacles. So you actually see there's a lot of like 10 and 9 energies for you, or as they see you. And so they see you as being very abundant, and they really do. You move away from something, but I guess maybe if there was like, if you didn't have money when you were younger, or if you felt like you didn't have a lot of wealth, they've seen that you have the potential to be very abundant and very much independent. I do feel like you have a very sense of independence and grounding here, because you like, there's the Queen of Pentacles energy there. We do have the Knight of Wands and then the Ace of Cups. And so I think this is, I wanted to see if like it was their energy, but I actually feel this is part of your energy, because of, like I said, you have this way of being where you progress and you move forward. And I feel like a lot of it comes from like, you get this sense of passion. You kind of go and follow your heart into where it leads you. You take advantage of all like the beginnings. Like wherever you see like your potential, like you're like, okay, let's go. Where you see that there's a like new beginning, you go for it. You don't hesitate. You have this sense of confidence. It almost feels like you rush towards that. Now here, what I am seeing here though is the Moon and then the Eight of Swords. So they do feel like there is another side to you. Like there is this Moon energy. So maybe you might suffer from depression. And from like where, even though you're very confident in many ways, maybe you have like moments where you doubt yourself a lot, where you're just like not sure. You feel like you're trapping, but that's something else that this person is saying. That a lot of it is in your head. So interesting that they perceive that, and that means to me that they care about you quite a lot. Like there's shadows to you that limit you. Doesn't everybody have those? And then we have the Page of Pentacles. You love to learn, maybe like learning, and like, look, they see the Page of Pentacles, but then you're really the Queen of Pentacles here. So I feel like there's a lot of like, you enjoy learning, you might enjoy books. There's the strength of, if you don't know something, you learn about it, right? You don't let things stop you. Really, like, I'm like amazed by how like, wow, this person views you as very, very, very like somebody to admire. I'm actually loving this reading because everybody, like each pile is very different, and it's like the highlights that this person, like their person sees, is like, wow, it's quite beautiful. Because I feel like the energy, and like I just feel like you're unstoppable. You are unstoppable, and that's kind of what I'm seeing here for you, and it's quite like, wow. Like, great. That's a very beautiful thing to say. Acceptance, we have abundance. Yeah, see how they see you, like you're very abundant, and they just are like, wow. I really want to say that there's a sense of acceptance. Maybe I feel like like you have the heart of gold. Yes, you do. You're just very accepting. You're very loving. It's, for me, it's sort of like you rely more on yourself than you do others. You put it, like you focus, like you have the stability on you. Maybe this person, maybe their little one like thing would be that maybe you don't allow others enough in. That's what I'm seeing here, because with the Moon, it's sort of like, I feel like you isolate yourself. If you're depressed, you kind of like withdraw, and maybe they want you not to withdraw. That's just a little bit there. Indulge in the one you love. So this is the Blissfully Sweet Oracle, and this is the, I want to say I forget what it is. Fudge Love. This is by Be Love and Tarot. And I actually know the name. It's my brain is just not functioning so well. Like, you should see me. My energy is like, ugh. But I'm picking up as I go along. You go above and beyond for the one. And then that's the thing. Yes, you do. You actually, maybe you indulge them a lot. And then you do go above and beyond. You are capable of going above and beyond. And it doesn't even bother you. It's sort of, I just feel like it's almost like that's just your nature. You just go above and beyond. Wow. And you protect the one you love. And I feel like you might protect your heart a little bit here. Yeah, like you might have a little bit of like a guard here, but it's not really, I won't say guard. It's sort of more like I said, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling down, you kind of like step away from like you withdraw. I feel like that's sort of like, I guess if there was a complaint, that would be one of them. but I'm not saying that that's the complaint. Let's see what other I'm going to use the Lenormand deck, the Lenormand deck by V Love and Tarot. You can see I'm actually using a lot of her decks, and I'm actually going to do flip throughs and reviews. I'm just up. I'm very slow sometimes. I'm like a little turtle. But this is fun. So let's see what how does the collective group 3's person see them? Oh wow. Okay. I do feel like I feel like they think of you as sweet escape, transformation, reincarnation, emergence, like you're transforming always. I do find it funny that oh, they have the snake here. There's also a sense of you moving a lot. So you have the ship, you have the 6 of Swords, you also have the 8 of Cups twice. It's a lot of you, like you move a lot, long distance voyages, slow movement, not slow movement, that's a little, like it's more like you move around a lot. So I don't know if that you actually physically move around a lot, or if you're just like on a go. We have the ring here, and so engagement, union, commitment. Maybe there is a sense of commitment, there's a sense of union, or maybe they wanted that. Try to clarify that one. And there's a sense of sun, victory, success. Yeah, there's just happiness, joy here for you. Seduction. They have a strong desire for you, but I also feel like maybe there's rivalry. Okay, what is this ring doing here? High Priestess. So so it's funny because it's sort of like engagement, union, commitment, but there's the High Priestess. So it's almost, is this weird? I'm gonna say like there's a commitment to yourself, like a commitment to your own intuition. It feels like there's a commitment to yourself or to your spirituality. Okay. I can see that. There's a sense of that here as well. Okay. Let's see what messages they have for you. I choose you. And this is Love on the Brain by Gifted Soul 777. I hit the jackpot with you. Oh boy. I'm healing my inner child wounds. I've been through a lot growing up, and it affects my current relationships, including ours. I'm working on myself, so maybe that's something somebody needs to hear. You're my everything. That just seems to come out. We have a connection that I can't even begin to explain. Wow. Please forgive me. You need what I can't give you, and I'm waiting for you. Oh, wow, this one's the one. Yes, you're unique and cannot be compared to others. And I really do feel like that. They really do think you're very unique. They're like, oh, can't compare to others. Not one bit. Okay, let's see what songs. Next, what is this? Like, let's see the collective of group. Jambi. So, hear from the king's mountain view, hear from the wild dream come true. Feast like a sultan I do, on treasures and flesh never few. But I would wish it all away if I thought I'd lose you just one day. So if I could, I'd wish it all away if I thought tomorrow would take you away. You, my peace of mind, my all, my center, just trying to hold on to one more day. So I feel like that's an Jambi by sung by Tool. And so what I'm saying is sort of like there's a sense of peace that you give this person, whether you know it or not. There's a sense of peace that you give them. Sort of like they're willing to give a lot of stuff away just to be able to be with you. And then there's broken. So wow, there's a lot of like interesting things. You have a lot of Caesar and then Evanescence. Don't you forget about me. Yeah. So maybe if you're in separation, they don't want you. That's the way love goes. But they don't want you to forget about them. And so, and you can even say here, because they feel like you're very much connected to them, or some. I wanted you to know that I love the way you laugh. I want to hold you high and steal your pain away. I keep your photograph and I know it serves me well. I want to hold you high and steal your pain because I'm broken when I'm lonesome and I don't feel right when you've gone away. You've gone away. You don't feel me here anymore. You don't feel me here anymore. And so maybe they're going through a tough time, but it's almost like they're calling into this connection. They're saying, like, even if you're far away, it's sort of like just even the memory of you just helps them. That's why it's so like, I keep your photograph and I know it serves me well. Like, in the toughest times, they look at your photo and it sort of just fills them up with warmth. I really like that. That's actually quite sweet. And then we have this, My Mortal by Evanescence. So you used to captivate me by your resonating light. Now I'm bound by a life you left behind. Your face it haunts my once pleasant dreams. Your voice it chased away all the sanity in me. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just so much that time cannot erase. When you've cried, I wiped away all of your tears. When you screamed, I'd fight away all your fears. And when I held your hand through all of these years, but you still have all of me. And so maybe for some of you, if you're in this, if you're not together, this person really misses you. That's what I'm saying here. Yeah, it's sort of like, and it even feels like, even if you're not together, it's sort of like the energy here is you still feel each other. This is something I could easily say the same thing about them and about you. Like, like it could go reversal. So it's just like, this is still very much there. But what I can see here is that even if like you weren't together, it's sort of like you still progress, you still move forward, I'm almost like there's a sense of like you transform, you grow, you keep growing and don't stop. It's something that at times I think they feel like, because it's sort of like, they don't want that, but that's the ego. But in their higher self, they're like, yeah, they're very proud of you for always moving forward. Okay, so I'm going to leave that here, but thank you so much for being here. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing and sharing with others you think this might benefit or it might resonate with any of my content. I really, really am grateful. I feel very honored that I was able to read your cards. And remember, you are awesome. I really like this energy. I'm liking everybody's energy because I'm like, wow, everybody is quite extraordinary. Thank you so much. I am sending you a big hug, and until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friends. Hello, friends from group 4. All right, let's see what how this person views you right now. How they really see you. Wow. Okay, definitely have enough room. I'm making sure we have enough room. Wow. Oh boy. Oh, lovely. I gotta say. Wow. Yeah, this person, like, wow. Yeah. Look, you have the Page of Cups twice. You have the Page of Cups twice. And the Page of Cups is like, for me, is like somebody who's very caring, loving, nurturing. There's like a childlike quality, but in the sense of trusting, very trusting. You're very trusting. Queen of Pentacles, nurturing, very nurturing. Somebody who, with full energy there. Again, there's a sense like, you see there's a childlike quality, like very trusting, very like upbeat, move fast, maybe quick thinking. I actually think very quick thinking. The Star, there's a sense of healing. 6 of Pentacles, like you're very giving. You're very giving, very, wow, nurturing. The 7 of Wands, though, that's an interesting, but you can be, I almost feel like you fight for things. You maybe fight for others. You fight for your like loved ones. Fight for like the underdog. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let's clarify. But from what I'm seeing here, I'm like, wow, this person. Ooh, okay. Let's see. What's this Queen of Pentacles? What is this Queen of Pentacles doing here? Nine of Swords. Okay. What is this full energy doing here? Hangman. What is this Eight of Wands doing here? We have the Four of Wands and the High Priestess. The High Priestess has been coming out everywhere. What is the Star doing here? Knave of Swords. Okay, what is this Page of Cups doing here? Ace of Pentacles. What is this Six of Pentacles doing here? Wow, 3 times. Page of Cups 3 times. Okay. What is the Seven of Wands doing here? Knight of Swords. What is this Page of Cups doing here? Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. It's interesting what I'm saying is because it feels like you have this quality about you that is like you have, I think you're quick to defend others, or you're quick to have your guard up, but I feel like it's not like, I really like, you feel like you're quick to defend others, you're quick to you don't even think about whether the person's right or wrong. You just kind of defend your loved ones. I like whether they're right or wrong. There is a sense here of like Page of Cups. Again, there's a sense of this like, I don't even know how to describe this. There's a whimsicalness, but there's an innocence. But there's like, you do things, I feel like you are, so this, you're quick to defend others, and especially others. But with yourself, it's sort of like, I feel like maybe abundance is slow for you. I just feel like you take it slowly. You try to even like, it's funny, if it hasn't to do with anybody else, it's sort of, if it's to you, you kind of take your time, I feel like, to understand people, or understand like, yeah, I really feel like you want to understand where other people are coming from. There's a sense of wanting to understand. I don't know why the Knight of Pentacles is like, that's sort of what's guiding me here for that. Again, very nurturing, very giving. You have a wanting to be fair. It's a Six of Pentacles. You also look at that. You also are willing, like, you have a lot of potential, maybe. I feel like you have, because we even go from the Ace of Pentacles all the way to Knight of Pentacles. There's a lot of potential within yourself. Maybe you don't even know it. This person sees the potential in you. You're also like, I feel like you offer a lot. You're very giving, very like giving to others. You offer a lot to others. And the Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Swords though, this is an interesting thing to me, because it's almost like maybe you're afraid of being too giving. Actually, no. This is what I'm going to say, and it's going to sound like, it's almost like you're afraid of acknowledging your own abundance, maybe, or like how showing your true nature. Sort of like, there you see yourself a lot of like the Page of Cups, but there's something else there. It's very nurturing, very loving. But maybe you're a little bit afraid of showing that. And so you do have this Fool, and you're willing to go like new beginnings. Like I said, it's sort of like you just go like a child, like I'm not calling you a child. I really like, it is a quality I enjoy when like kids just do something. They don't like, they don't wait around. They just kind of go for it. They're like, oh, okay, let me try this, and they just do it. And so I feel like that's how they view you. They view you, and they admire that quality. You also have this ability to see potential in the chaos. I really, yeah, even in it, and that's what I see. Like you take take advantage of opportunities that nobody else sees. You see the potential in the chaos. I almost really do feel like brave. The beginnings are at hand. And you do go fast. I do think that there's a sense of speeding up. Maybe for some of you, there was like, like your intuition is what guides you, and so you use your intuition to move forward, to make your choices. And there's a sense of wanting stability and happiness that sort of guides you through here. Now the star here, and with the healing energy of the star, I almost like with this, and with this Page of Swords, I feel like they want to say to you that you have this very beautiful healing energy, that you're a healer. You also heal with your words. Oh, wow. This is like, wow. I'm just, you have no idea. I'm like, wow. I'm speechless of how, like, amazing everybody views everybody. Independence. So there's a sense of independence here. Maybe you fear independence a little bit. You have understanding. Yes, you're very understanding. And there's a sense of independence for you here. We also have memories. Okay, so they have good memories of you. Blissfully Sweet Oracle by Moonmoth Goddess. You can find it on Etsy. And this is okay, there's one more, and there's boundaries. Okay, so you're willing to defend boundaries, but I almost feel like you're willing to defend boundaries for others. Like if somebody like slights like your friends or your family, you're up in arms. If they slight you, you're like, oh, whatever. But what? They said that about you? Pfft, it's on. Even though you're very kind and loving, like very gentle, like that's when you fight. I like that. And I think they really like that about you too. Rebuild with the one you love. There's a sense of maybe rebuilding who you are. So maybe what we can say about you is you're kind of like a phoenix that rises up over and over and over again. Even when, like, if you're blocked in one way, you go a different way. Very quiet. I really have to say, very understanding, very loving. But they also see that there's an independence to you. Like, it's hard to reach you, even though you're very open somehow. At the same time, there's more to you than they can see. And I do like that they do think about you very lovingly. And you sympathize. Yeah, you have empathy. You're probably an empath. I see that quality about you too. Let's see. Using the Lenormand deck by Beloved Tarot. Check out her Etsy and also her YouTube, and check out Moonmoth Goddess. This reading was inspired by Beloved Tarot, so I'll try to link her video about it. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Interesting. So there's religious beliefs, traditional, convention, spiritual guidance. They see you as very spiritual. I think that's something that they just see very much. So, so very spiritual. There's also masquerade. So disguised lies, untruthful friends. I think the masquerade here is actually kind of, I want to say, there's more to you. Like I feel like you have the Page of Cups a lot. You have a lot of that. But there's the Queen of Pentacles that you don't, they can see, but you don't really show onto others. You don't, you rather almost seem like kid-like, and when you're actually quite mature. I hope that makes sense. And then we have stars. Again, star. They really see you as the star here. True love, hopes, and dreams. So there could be very much the true love. Books. So learning, hidden truth, secret admirer. And so again, there's like a hidden part to you that they try really hard to come through. Sudden down, stability, faithfulness. And there's a sense of faithfulness to you and wanting stability. That's something that you do want. Maybe. There's a sense of you being very stable. Let's see what messages I have for you. Not myself without you. Wow. Passion was something that I never knew existed until I met you. Wow. You're all I have. Wow. I'm in denial. What any denial are you? I miss you. Wow, look at those, beautiful. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. Yeah. I want it all with you. Okay. You're my one and only. Oof. I know that I don't tell you or show you often, but my life is better with you. And if you're not with them, it was better with you, and that's what I'm saying here. All right, let's look at what songs we have, like they chose for you, for like representing you, or this connection. We'll see. So I have my Electric Love Oracle and V Love and Tarot's Jukebox of Love. So those are fun. I always like this. They blend so perfect together. Interesting. Must have been. Okay, let me one more. And then I'll be missing you, and then inside I cried. So there's those inside that I cried. So they don't say it out loud, but they have. And there's also another way of like, you also keep your emotions kind of hidden, maybe. I'll be missing you. They are missing you. Yeah, it even says that I would be missing you. Must have been love. Okay, and so this love. Okay, so if ever words are spoken painful and untrue, I said I loved you, but I lied. In my life, all I wanted was the keeping of someone like you. As it turns out, deeper within me, love was twisted and pointed at you. Never-ending pain, quickly ending life. And so this is sort of like I thought about this, like, because I actually this is Love is by Pantera. Each one, like, this is actually my prototype, and I changed it to have an actual word that tells us what this is. This is what I would say. It's like every words were spoken. If ever words were spoken painful and untrue, I said I loved you, but I lied. Like I think that's what it is. Like they might have said, "Oh, I don't love you," but that was like, but I lied. You know. Well, so they regret that. That's what I'm saying here. Yeah. And so there may be the way they thought of love was a lot twisted. It was like, yeah, I feel like they almost like weren't sure what love was. So he is, and so this is like Transit Gloria, and this is Inexperience. This is by Brand New. So he is the lamb, she is the slaughterer. She's moving way too fast, and all he wanted was to hold her. Nothing ever that he tells her is really having an effect. He whispers that he loves her, but she's probably only looking for so much more than he could ever give her, a life free of lies and a meaningful relationship. He keeps his hands pinned down at his sides. He waits for it to end and for the aching in his guts to subside. And so there's maybe you were too fast. Because there is a sense of you moving quite fast, and I feel like maybe you wanted more than they could give you, and so there's that. And so here's The Vicious Cycle by Millen. So I see the sunlight on your face, I see the darkness in your eyes. In my mind, that's lover's paradox. I'll always try to give you space, no aim to cut you down to size. We got lost in our heart-shaped box. And so to me, that is totally like twin flame, like mirroring right there. So you see the good in somebody, but you also see the shadows, right? And they also bring out the shadows in us as well. So this is why I did that. And then there's My Life in the Knife Trade, and that's sung by Boy Sets Fire. And Don't give up. Don't get it up. I was only leaving the room. When the door of your judgment swings back around again, I'll stop to watch your act and I'll go on my way. I've seen quite enough of too many childish games. I'm ashamed of every moment that I ever gave them the time of day. All the worst enemies are somehow always friends that used to be. And so that's a pretty intense thing. So maybe they found you to be judgmental. But I'm not really sure. I actually want to see, why is this life in the ninth, life there. I feel like, because it was like a 4 of Swords, maybe that's what they had to say to get you to like. So, because I'm seeing here, so it must have been love, and inside I cry. It's sort of like this person kind of hid a whole bunch of their own emotions, right? They don't like recognize or give you the recognition. They're giving it to you somehow now, but they never give you the recognition. They lied. They rather say that they loved you, but then they lied, and that was a lie. If you were possibly going too fast, you wanted more than they could give you, and then there's like, you brought, like, not, I'm saying that it's your fault at all, but somehow like being with you kind of triggered their own shadows to come out, and so there's a sense maybe they felt judged by you, or maybe they judged you, and then maybe that's what led to this ending of some kind. 4 of Swords. Interesting. I'm like, that doesn't really. Let me ask one more. Because it kind of is weird. Because there's too much like they think way too highly of you for all this other stuff. I don't get it. Okay. And so no ordinary love. I really do feel like you triggered them in some way. Okay. And so here we go. So this is no ordinary love. This is by Sage. So I do feel like there is something like that. So maybe they felt like you hurt them, even though I feel like, I don't know that you stabbed them in the back, but I feel like, so all the worst enemies are somehow friends that used to be. I don't know. You're moving on, will never be apart, just drain my tears. Okay, this is Ghost Woman and the Hunter by Lacuna Coil. So you're moving on, will never be apart, just drain my tears, I cry aloud. You're moving on, you'll never be apart, all my tears, I cry aloud. Calling on your sins, you're here in my dreams, a desert place. I'm not alone. Do you really want me to be me? To be me? I feel like there's a sense of, so maybe you're moving on, because I do feel like, so there's a sense of you moving on, and maybe they feel like hurt by that, you're moving on. And then there's also a sense of, not alone, do you really want me to be me? Being honest, maybe they feel like you weren't quite honest with yourself, and not with them, but with yourself. There's a sense of not being honest. I found, and here's the Angel by Everlast. I found me a girl as sweet as could be, and everything in her world revolved around me. I had a chance to make her mine, but I was too blind to see, and now I gotta let her go and pray she comes back to me. She's my angel, she's my lover, she's my very best friend. I hated her because I loved her, so I hurt her again. Don't want no other lover, won't go through it again. She's my angel, she's my lover, she's my very best. So there's like a sense of regret here. Like, oof, they're working on some issues. But because I'm like, why are you, like, there's love there, I can see it. I'm like, yeah. So they regret something. They regret because you're moving on. They regret that you're moving on. Yeah, they regret, and I almost feel like they feel like you stabbed them in the back because you moved on without them. That's their issues, not yours, my friend. We're taking the good stuff or dropping whatever it is. And so, yeah, check out the Reiki, because I do Reikis to help heal all this energy from everybody, clear out all the negativity, all those cords that are like not good. Keep the ones that are like loving and light. Let's cut all the other ones that are all about the ego and all about, the drama. That's what I say. So if you like that, check out the Reiki. That's like I put it there. It's linked there. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, I had a lot of fun doing your reading. Thank you so much for letting me do your reading. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing. And also, if you have friends or relatives or coworkers or other fellow students who you think could benefit from my content, please consider sharing it with them. It means a lot to me. Well, it means a lot to me that I was able to read your cards. I'm always honored that I'm able to read your cards. So thank you so much for being here. I am sending you a giant hug, and until I see you in the next one, bye bye, my dear friends.